і Борис Городинський теж продовжує свою традицію підтримки українських традицій та культури, влаштовуючи в своєму домі для українських та неукраїнських друзів свято української коляди.
We're doing this as an annual event. I think we've done it for over 25 years plus 30 years. And tonight's entertainment menu, we've got the great Ukrainian Molodizh Ensemble, women's and men's choir and orchestra. We've got the bandurists, headed by Victor Michello. And then we've got a group in from Barrie, mostly new immigrants that came into Canada the last couple of years after the mess in Ukraine. They're going to do a kolyada for us. So, yeah, and lots of food and lots to drink, lots of good times.
Христос народився із Діви Марії, на різдвяні свята, як світлелі.
This is the 27th war, as Viktor Yushchenko said, that we've had with the Moscovites. Culture, they don't have any. We have it all. They were basically barbarians. They're the remnants of Genghis Khan bred in with the Finns. I mean, this is why they're called them Finno-Ugrics. They are a very uncultured people and a very barbaric people, as was demonstrated through this past 2 years with the war in Ukraine. Like, who would do, what person would do what they did to us? Like Patton said, they're Mongolian barbarians. Simple. They're not Russians. We are the Rus people, not them. They even stole our name. This is why Ukraine is finally sticking together and realizing their history as a nation. I mean, you're talking going back to the Uruk dynasty back in the 600 AD, 700 AD. I mean, we have a very, very old history. And it's too bad that we lost our country for almost 1,000 years after the Mongols came in. And it just goes to show you how important it is to look after your country and keep your defenses up, because you don't want to lose what you got. And that's what happened to us, and it took us 1,000 years to get it back, and now we're still fighting for it. And maybe this time with the allies that we've had, and this is the first war that I can remember the Ukraine ever had with the Moscovites, that we finally got some allies to help us and support us. And we need that in order to knock them out. For once and for all, no more Russia. It'll all break up into pieces and leave it to what it was, a vast wasteland of nomadic tribes. I'm a big supporter of Ukrainian culture because, my parents both came in from Ukraine after World War II. And I think that of any ethnicity, how many Dutch people after 4 generations that have immigrated to Canada can speak Dutch? And we got all sorts of them in Canada. right? And it's something about our, I guess it's our blood and our background and the way we're built that we want to keep our culture no matter where we go in the world, you know, out of the Ukraine, right? We want to still be known as Canadian Ukrainians or American Ukrainians or Argentinian Ukrainians because we're all over the place. I think it's a great thing, very great thing that we could keep that. And I think one of the reasons is because we have such a fantastic culture. Like we can go from food to music, to art, to poetry, to anything. Like, tell me, what nation in the world has such a diversified and, you know, fantastic culture? It's got to tell you something about the people, right? Probably raised on those great lands, those great steppe lands. Good food makes good brains.
To thank you for inviting us this year for KONTAKT, the Ukrainian Christmas Carol. We have a small gift for you. The pisanka was first created in the prehistoric Turpilian culture that lived in a region that was called today Ukraine. That dated back 15th to the 16th century. It was believed that the person that received the pisanka would be protected from illness, misfortune. It would ensure and safeguard the homestead and a good harvest in the new year. Boris, may God bless your family and friends with health and happiness. Namdohi i blahi lita. Boris's generosity is accepted by our group, and we are honored and so happy that you do this every year. Hear, hear. This year, Boris has donated to the Ukrainian Youth Ensembles $35,000. Thank you. Silent night. Wow, it's getting better. Ми йому сердечно дякуємо, що він нас запросив на коляду. І також між нами ми маємо героя з України Олександр. Олександр, прошу, прийди допереду. Ми хочемо скласти тобі велику подяку, що ти захищав нашу рідну Україну, що ти спас людей і сам загубив свої очі зір.
Але життя продовжується.
Абсолютно! Слава героям! Слава Україні! Олександр!